All right, really on the injury front, Keem Jordan was really the only one. Dion had a auto accident on his way to the stadium there this afternoon, and he got a little bit of a wrist, kind of shaken up, so he held him out. As far as the game goes, it's always good to win the National Football League. Jason Garrett's got a good football team, and he's doing some good things there, very good things there. I was proud of our guys for the way they came out. I thought offensively, defensively, and special teams were solid and played good football. And there were a lot of individuals that had big numbers, but I always come back to when the McCoys have a career day and Michael has a big day and our receivers have big days at the O-line. Needs to be complimented, and along with the defensive line for the pressure that they were able to put on Tony. And then our secondary constantly challenged their receivers. They've got real good receivers, so, and a great tight end. So I was proud of the coordinators for the job they did. And Bobby had a nice plan with the special teams. I thought he did a nice job. And it's good that our young kicker got a field goal or two there. We'd rather have touchdowns, but it was good that he had a couple opportunities. And then I'd just like to thank the club for the great job they did with Jim Johnson and Eric Allen and the ceremony they had there. It was tremendous.
Coach, was this the team that you had imagined at the beginning of the year, you know, just how well they played today?
Well, listen, the important thing is, I'm not much on imagining things, so thanks. I think the important thing is that you continue to improve each week, and so we've got plenty of room still to improve. We've got to make sure that we do that as we enjoy this one, but we got to get on with the Bears. They'll be coming in here Monday night, and they've got a good football team.
Andy, there were a lot of screen passes and not too many bombs. Is there something you saw about Dallas that you thought would allow you to kind of exploit them in that screen game?
Well, we had some screen. Yeah, we did have some screen. We were able to those deep intermediate routes is what really we had. So the ones that aren't quite intermediate and aren't quite deep, but you're still able to get off a 15-yard throw or that. So we thought that was a good area to work on.
Yeah, they averaged 69 yards a game rushing on defense. You had 106 yards in the first quarter. Did you notice anything that you thought you could go right at and have that kind of success?
Oh, listen, I just thought you guys asked me that on Friday. You thought I was joking. I thought our offensive line did a good job. Our tight ends, I thought our tight ends went great today. Clay did a heck of a job along with Brett.
Sean McCoy said 29 carries and 28 the last two games. I mean, is that just a matter of him showing himself and being that good where he just happened to be?
Well, listen, he's right now he's playing as well as any running back there is. So it's a compliment to him and the way he's rallied his guys around him. So receivers had some nice down the field blocks also. So it was kind of a joint effort there. But Sean, he's tough to bring down one-on-one. He's got tremendous quickness and lateral mobility there.
And Brett Sogg seemed to reemerge in the passing game, not used as much in the blocking game. What was the thought process in kind of following him back into it? Was it just the line being healthy or something he's doing?
Well, he blocked every play. I mean, we didn't have any plays that he wasn't in there blocking, but then he had some nice catches. And we tried to utilize him a little bit more. I didn't think we were doing enough of that early. And, he's a good receiver. We need to continue to do that.
You seem to be used in several different ways, and I know earlier in the year you talked about scaling things back for him. Did you ramp it back up for him maybe now that he's had more time?
Well, we had him inside in the nickel game. And, yeah, listen, I think the thing to understand is, and I think you're seeing this around the league, that everybody's kind of a work in progress as we go here. So, and that's the way our offense is, that's the way our defense is. And when you have new players and coaches that are getting used to things every week, and you can kind of add new things, continue to build, and it's important that we do that as the season goes on.
Why has Harbor improved so much as a blocker, recently, I would say?
Well, you know what, he really last year he did pretty good as a blocker too. So, but he's continued to get better at it. I think it's just a matter of doing it and being willing to stick your nose in there. And he is. He's a big, strong kid. So.
Is he noticeably stronger or bigger? Because,
He had a good offseason. And not that he's that much bigger or stronger than I believe he's stronger, but I don't think he's much bigger.
Which was those long touchdown drives you had in the first half? I mean, it's hard to go long without turning the ball over. That was a big problem for you guys first off. Is that the biggest improvement you think you guys made to be able to?
I thought Michael was sharp on his decision making, and then I didn't think there were a lot of deflected balls or fumbles. So the turnovers were the thing that they kill you. So we were able to do a better job there. A lot of that stems from the protection. I thought the guys did well. That's a really good defensive front there. I have a lot of respect for it.
You talk about Juan's development as defensive coordinator, two strong games back to back.
Yeah, no, listen, he's, you guys know, I mean, he's a relentless worker, and he's got a great feel for the sport, for the game of football. And that's it's a tribute to him and the guys he's rallying around him, the coaches around him. They've done a nice job teaching the players, and the players have responded. I mean, from day one, they've responded to him, and it's just tribute to Juan as a person and a coach.
Andy, with LaShawn's, what he's established now, back to LaShawn, does it change your mindset of what the offense is? Do you have a different idea of what the offense is now compared to 2 months ago? That it might be different moving forward?
I think you do. You come in, you're not going to force anything. So if the run game's not working and the pass game is, and you're going to throw the football, and if both of them are working, that's a beautiful thing. I mean, you can play off one another, and if the pass game's not working, the run game is, and you run the football. So we try, and LaShawn's ability gives us the flexibility to work it that way. So.
What had a bigger impact, the week off for the players, or the strategic adjustments you were able to make against the Cowboys by having the extra?
Well, listen, we gave the players the whole week off, so we didn't practice. And I've got to tell you, man, as a player, that really hit at mid-season if you take the preseason games. So they've been hit pretty hard for 10 weeks. So I can't sit here and tell you that a week off doesn't make you feel a little better and kind of recharge the battery. As far as the coaches go, the coaches work 3 days and took the rest of the time off. So strategically, we want to think that we do a pretty good job even on short weeks strategically, but maybe it helped. I don't know that. We did mostly self-scout during that time.
Did the week off make you feel better? I mean, did you?
Yeah, because I didn't have to answer all your crazy questions. I feel great.
You're 13-0 now, coming off the bye. You've been asked a million times how to explain why that is.
No idea. Seriously, I have no idea. I don't have an idea.
Andy, with so many guys coming in and out of the offensive line at the beginning of the year, is it starting to settle in a bit? It looked like they had one of the best games tonight.
Well, we kind of had them all back. That are the guys that we kind of planned on having in there. So I thought they did a nice job. Like I said, I've got a ton of respect for the defensive front. It's hard to find a weakness on that group. So, but proud of the guys for how they played.
How's Watkins dealing with the mental part of being thrown in there for the last couple weeks? How's he doing from what you can tell?
You know what? He's a smart kid. If you're talking one early test, he's way up there, and academic at Baylor, he was way up there, and so he's a sharp kid. he's picking stuff up. It's just a matter of playing. Even though his age is 26, playing experience, that's what counts. And he's young in that area, so he's getting better every week and improving. He's willing. Howard's done a good job. Both, I mentioned the coordinators. I should mention the assistant coaches because those are the worker bees in there, man. They just get in a grind with their players, and I think all around they did a nice job. But he's getting better, Daniels.
Andy, back in the summer when you made all these changes, were you worried that it might take a little while or this long or longer to kick into gear? And how did you deal with the frustration of not having seen a team play 4 quarters like it could before now?
Yeah, listen, you just keep teaching, and that's what you do. And the guys, you guys have been out of practice, so you've seen that they've been very willing to work. And I tell you that that's all you can ask for as a head coach. And so it's important that the coaches work hard, players work hard, and you have the right attitude to try to correct your mistakes, and then hopefully it turns around, and good things happen. So we'll continue to do that. We've got plenty of room to improve, and we've got to keep that same mentality and keep pounding and working hard in practice and doing the small things, getting better at the things you're not good at, and continue to get better at the things you are good at. So
2 more guys. And it's Marcin. That looked like he really picked up from the Washington game, was everywhere tonight. Are you seeing him getting more comfortable back in the middle?
We saw that in the second half of the Buffalo game. You're right. When he made that interception, and just some of the things he was doing in there, leadership-wise, I thought were important. And I could almost use that interception as his game changed after that a little bit. I think he felt more comfortable in there, and he's playing well right now.
Do you feel you're going to have to remind them that things aren't fixed for the rest of the season? I mean, you've got a tough game coming up very quickly, and they should feel happy about this game, but are you going to have to remind them that there's about the work that you think is still left to be done?
Well, there's a pretty good chance I'll remind them. So they know, and they know the Bears are a pretty good football team. So, we don't have a winning record right now. As good as this game is, I mean, we still need to. There's a lot of season left that we've got to keep playing and doing well and improving on.
Okay. Locker room is